Okay.
And even Jacob.
All right, fuck it. You can go now. OBS had some lag, and then now it started. Fuck it. Go for it.
Go now.
Maybe I don't want to.
Do it.
Hey, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Magic the Gathering in the Kingdom of the Crystal Bee. I am RockLeeSmile here with Last Grey Wolf and alpacapatrol. Hey.
Welcome to the
Sword.
I'm not part of this.
Yeah, welcome to the Borbor. That's basically magic you've just described. So you're
The
right.
Boar. That's us.
Yep.
We're that.
We're the 3X boar.
Yeah.
Boar with 3 eyes,
Yeah.
the beast with 3 butts.
So E3 is soon.
Who
Yeah, speaking
cares?
of threes. Well, number. Oh my god, I lost.
Yeah, I lost too.
Oh my god!
Sounds like you double lost.
Okay, I have 5 cards. That's what
You
I have.
mulliganed 4 times?
I had to. I had 1 land every time.
Wait, you mulliganed 5 times? Because you get the free mulligan, and then you get another one
I mulliganed 4 times.
4 times. Jiminy Christmas.
Austin, you mulligan 44 times?
Mulliganed 847,000 times?
762 times.
My god.
I did it.
What does this world come to?
I don't know. Mulla world.
Can
Anyway,
you mulligan all the way down to 1 card?
absolutely.
And then just keep mulliganing,
If you
mulliganing forever?
mulligan after that, it's just like you just concede.
Mulla mulligan.
You're out.
You're done.
Mulla Island.
I'm at a clear disadvantage this game, which is probably a good thing. Anyway, you said E3.
Yeah.
So normally around the E3 time, we were like, okay, E3 is coming up. We'll probably maybe get like 1, maybe 2 good games, and the rest will be who cares. And that's how E3's been for a while now, right? Since like what, 2008, 2009. It's been a long time since E3's been something to watch.
I don't want to put a year on it. There's been a year where it was okay, I'm sure.
Maybe.
I think the
Yeah,
last
I
one
give
was
it that.
like when they announced the Xbox and the PS4.
Well, not the one before that. Wasn't that 2 ago, and then it released, and then
It's gotta be like 2, if not 3 ago at this point.
Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was like 3 ago. Yeah. Yeah.
But
that
anyway,
was the last good one,
E3 hasn't been big, you know. There hasn't been a good one in a while. And this year, though, from what we've heard so far, there's already a lot of hype around.
Oh yeah.
A good chunk of games that we are expecting.
Splatoon 8, Metroid Italian Mission. I'm psyched.
Speaking of Splatoon, people
8?
seem to really like that game.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I guess I don't know, but
It's gotta be an amiibo thing, right?
Fuck off.
people
I
really,
hear-
really enjoy that. Oh,
I heard the
you
word
know,
amiibo
you
one
know
more
at
time.
least half of Nintendo's Nintendo Direct is going to be about amiibos.
I'm gonna
And new
punch
ways to
you.
use them.
Yeah.
Stop.
There's gonna
Stop.
be an amiibo that's shaped for your butthole, and it vibrates just right. Hey, by the way, we haven't done a Magic episode in like 2 weeks, so I just want to say sorry about that. And
I didn't know.
well, I've been on sort of pseudo vacation. I had my girlfriend come over from Ireland. We hung out for a while, so I haven't really been around for recordings as much. But that's over with, unfortunately, and now I'm back to work, normal hours and such. So here I am.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we have to record Magic.
Fortunately, we have to record Magic with the Tribor, but oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost. Yeah, but anyway, we're at E3. So to name a few of the games that we've seen some hype drummed up about, we've got
Please, drum game, please.
some game. We've got
Yeah,
Dark Souls
Donkey
3.
Konga 3.
Dark Souls 3 basically confirmed at this point.
Tiger
Yeah.
Drum Master 4.
And Miyazaki Dark Souls 3.
Was that confirmed?
That wasn't confirmed, but neither was Dark Souls 3, so...
There was an article today from somebody at IGN that apparently had some sort of E3 primer press stuff that happened.
The,
So
the game's
And he
gonna
said
be
Miyazaki?
I don't know, but I just know that it's more confirmed than rumor, I guess, at this point
Okay.
for an unofficial announcement.
Which I'm totally down with another Dark Souls. I'm okay with that.
Like I told Ryan earlier, like, I'm willing to give them a chance every single time. Just please, for the love of fuck, don't do the thing where we do the console release, then a month later the PC release, then all the DLC, and then another PC release. Can we just get right to the point, please?
No, that's what they're going to do, so...
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just
Straight up.
saying.
Well, on the rumor list, they had the list of the consoles, and then it said PC debatable.
No, I mean, I know. I read all this shit, too. I just don't want to do it. I just want to not Here,
I
I don't
agree.
care. Just give us a PC version. The shit prints money. Stop fucking around.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
They
Stop
want you
it.
to buy it twice.
They do. It's
Yeah.
so sad that that's like the only reason too.
But the whole thing about the like it's not confirmed shit is just for the sake of GTA 5, right? Where they go, we don't know if we're gonna make one. We'll see how the demand works, and in the background they're like, we're fucking making one. Well, they'll just
Yeah.
buy it twice. Can we not?
Yeah, well, you know.
Please?
I hope.
I'm gonna give you so much shit from you don't even know. I'm gonna say this so many times to so many people.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's weird is, like, From Software seems like they're really, you know, like, they're popping out games like the Duggars are popping out kids, you know?
How so?
Excuse me.
They're just making lots of fucking releases.
They're
Whereas it
releasing.
They made any releases?
Huh?
They only have made like what 3 games in the last 5 years.
That's a lot of games in 5 years. That's like what, like 1.3 games a year.
All right.
That's quite a bit.
It's like 700
You
games.
have 2 teams.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. It's you know, it seems compared to, like, you know, when Demon Souls came out, and then how many years until Dark Souls, and then how many years between Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2.
How many Assassin's Creeds came out this year?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to make, is I don't want From Software to pop out a new Dark Souls every year.
It's not like that.
Well, it's looking like they're trying to get some
Well,
sort
they
of an
have- they
annual
have
release
2
schedule.
teams,
I know
right?
they have the
They-
2 teams, yeah.
They have 2
And
teams.
so we're gonna have what 2 years in between Dark Soul games.
Maybe, yeah.
So that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, the estimate I've heard is that early 2016 is Dark Souls 3, so that seems fine. I don't see what the big deal is there.
I don't see a big deal. All I'm saying is that the trend is unsettling, because in honestly, I think every other case when any game company has decided to go to an annual release schedule, it has diluted the brand. So,
Well,
that's all
this
I'm
is the
saying.
turning point, right? This is the one where we find out if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark
Probably.
Souls
I mean-
2 is dipping their toe in the water, and this is where they solidify their decision to go either way.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not by the same team, if it's by the actual proper A team, then we'll see what their decision is on that.
Right.
I'm hoping that they have experience from Dark Souls 2 and they can improve from that.
Maybe.
I'm
I
hoping
just
they-
hope Miyazaki's on it.
Don't have experience from Dark Souls 2 and they improve on Dark Souls 1.
Well, no, I just mean like they improve on the mistakes that they
Yeah.
made. But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see the trailer from the concept art, which I guess isn't the best thing to judge it by. It looked
Yeah,
way
it looks
more
good, but
pretty than Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, but Dark Souls 2 also looked really good, and then
Well, I just mean the concept art. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything
direction in
besides
general.
maybe like Dranglake Castle that's in Dark Souls 2 that looks fantastic.
Mm.
All of it's pretty generic, and you don't really get a lot of big look at everything moments like you do for like Anor Londo and Dark Souls 1 and things like that. But there was like this really cool concept art of like a giant like sky city or some shit that looked really cool. And I'm hoping that they move forward with that.
I
And
hope
all
they
the
have
other
some
ones look
new
really good too.
ideas with the UI. That's what I would like.
I don't really care actually, but the UI is pretty unintrusive and
It's pretty.
You can actually turn
garbage.
like all of it off, actually.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, like, trying to get through your inventory is still pretty garbage.
Oh yeah, it could be better.
It
Oh,
could
yeah.
definitely be better. I think that's one, if not the weakest element of all of the Souls games, is inventory management and, you know, using items and stuff.
I'm very curious to see when the marketing starts to come around if they go for the same hardcore like it's so difficult it would make your mother cry angle, right? Because that's the shit that drives me nuts because they don't really understand how difficulty works and then they just pile on 100 enemies and that's not what I want.
Mhm.
Just go in the other direction. Make it interesting, make it mysterious, make it expansive, and the difficulty can happen in its own way. Let it happen because of other factors than just 5 of the same enemy beating on you.
Yeah, again, another reason why I hope Miyazaki's attached. Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like Dark Souls and Bloodborne did that though. Like it doesn't matter.
Bloodborne
It's just-
didn't seem like it just piled a bunch of enemies on
It did. It really did.
I think it
Yes.
worked better around there being a bunch of enemies. The combat style worked slightly better around there.
It worked better for Bloodborne, but I
Yeah.
don't want them to take that as a mistake and go, because it works in Bloodborne, let's throw it back into Dark Souls because they loved it in Bloodborne. No.
Yeah.
That game's... I still didn't even appreciate it in Bloodborne, but I get how it worked better.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we'll really be able to see how the game will shape up until you get the game in your hands. I don't think trailers for Dark Souls will really. Really, we know how Dark Souls works. It's really a feel kind of thing that you have to play the game to understand. And I agree with Nick. Like, this is going to be their test here. Are we going to have shitty annual releases, or are they going to put enough effort to make this a legitimate game? I guess we'll find out next year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it will be, but I'm just saying it's going down a bit of a scary trend. And I you know, it's weird because, like, at the same time, if there's a series that I love, it's like, oh yeah, fucking give me more. Fuck it. You just pile it into my face. I don't care. And then, but then, you know, I also feel like times where I get the opportunity to wait and let it settle and stew, and I get that moment of time where I get to have nostalgia over a game. That also feels pretty good. Like, for instance, Fallout 4.
Oh,
So you're just doing a segue there, or
Segue. Yeah, but no, but for real, like Fallout 4. I mean, they haven't had a Fallout game in what? How many years now?
long time.
Yeah. So and you know what? That it feels pretty good having a new Fallout game on the horizon. I'm pretty excited about that right now. So
I'm excited to experience Fallout for like the first time.
Yeah.
Since I played New Vegas and it was this is good as now, right?
3 was so much better.
I know. I had New Vegas in front of me, and I was at, like, I think my cousin's house, and I was like, I'll play it. It wasn't that fun. But I'm hoping Fallout 4. I mean, Fallout 4 is what, taking place in Boston, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm excited to see. Excited to have a dog play dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to have dog.
I'm glad. Well, I guess we haven't seen E3 yet. But if they spend like an hour, like Bethesda spends an hour talking about the interactions you can have with the dog, and it's fucking Call of Duty Ghosts all over again, I'm gonna kill myself. Because
See, when you swim near the dog, it swims away from you.
I remember when they first showed that, that like there was like an r/gaming thread where they showed like Super Mario 64 when you go through like the moat and the fish swim away from Mario, and it's like, oh my god, they had this technology back then. How ahead of their time they were.
It's pretty incredible stuff still.
Yeah.
Really, really wild.
But the surprise, I think the huge surprise that we just found out today, it is in the rumor mill. It's more in the rumor mill. Our best source is a quote unquote very reliable informant or whatever whatever I heard, that we will see at this E3, after years and years of nothing, the Last Guardian.
Yeah.
They canceled that shit. What are you talking about?
No, they renewed the trademark.
God, I don't even care. Just make it go away. I'm so tired of talking about that game.
It's Team Eco. How can you not want a Team Eco
Because
game?
I just don't care. It's just so many years of, is it happening? Is it not happening? I don't care. Just pick a side.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, be like, oh my god, it's happening at E3, and then the day after release it at retail. Just do that, and then I don't have to hear about it anymore.
That would be hilarious if they were like, and Last Guardian coming out tomorrow. Fucking
Dude,
today.
Yeah,
You can get it on
coming
PSN
out
right
at
now.
4 p.m. Right?
I really hope a game company does that. Just, I don't care what company, but like, they gotta be like, oh, here's Metroid Prime 4 comes out tomorrow. Actually, now download it now.
People have done
your
this before.
Do what?
People have done this technique before.
Nintendo's actually done it with some
There you
smaller
go.
games. But never with like a huge release. There's always hype, right? And then we gotta release it in the holiday
Required.
season.
You gotta generate the hype.
It's got to be released in holiday season.
Mhm.
Or it's not worth doing.
And
be-
something that I think actually Nick, you liked it, but
What did I say?
the thing that I am super duper fucking majorly pumped for
Super Meat Boy on PS4
that's pretty cool if that's
and
happening.
Vita. That is happening
Um,
this year.
oh god, I need more time to think about math here.
What's exciting to you, though? I want to
I'm
know.
gonna do it. Oh, XCOM 2.
Didn't we talk about that last time we did this?
No, XCOM 2 only got announced like a couple of days ago.
I don't even remember when we did this.
Well, we just talked over Skype about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I am monumentally fucking pumped for that game. So I hope that I have lost, I believe.
I hope you've lost too.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh no, land.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. The yeah, no, so XCOM 2 is what I'm like most pumped for. I cannot wait to see stuff about that game. And it's got procedurally generated maps. It's got a fucking it's gonna be PC exclusive with a focus on PC UI and focus on PC modding apparently as well. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Never played XCOM 1, so
You should.
Not
It's still really
too-
good.
yeah, that's just not my kind of game.
Play Fallout, man.
Fallout.
Play
Yeah,
Fallout
play
Game of
Fallout
the Year
3.
edition.
Yeah.
Fallout 3. I still gotta play The Witcher. I haven't even played that.
Yeah.
I own it and I haven't touched it yet.
I mean,
Apparently it's real good.
Fallout 3 is still really good, actually. Like, it's not a game that you can't go back to or anything.
Yeah.
It is for sure playable.
Were there any other games? I don't think there was.
Well, yeah, Star Fox for the Wii U.
Star Fox, yeah, but that one is in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Literally flying into the danger zone with that one.
Now, if I do this, do I
You're fucking dead.
I think you live.
die?
I think you live.
4, 7, 8, 9,
I just
Cool.
did some rough
13.
math.
No, I have
You
to
don't?
block one of these big fuckers.
Oh, I presumed you always block the big fuckers.
No,
What
I
the
wanted to like kill one. I could do that though.
You can kill the 4-2. You didn't though.
No, I did.
You can kill anything.
No, I
No,
will.
when it dies, he does one more damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not paying attention.
That's all right. You're too hyped for E3.
What if you switched them around? Couldn't you have killed both of them?
No.
Honestly, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there is a rumor that we will see the new Zelda at E3. Of course, it is coming out next year now, but there are
See. We'll
talks
see if
that
it
will.
comes out next year.
GG. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd be pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it would be nice to see that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Smash is getting its own separate Nintendo Direct.
Really?
On the same day. Yeah.
Maybe they're announcing like 4 new characters. That would
Maybe they're announcing 4 new amiibos.
Actually, you know what? That's probably the case.
I know.
Fucking so tired.
You know how actually like I'm expecting Nintendo to like blow the roof off of this E3, but how honestly amazing would it be if the Nintendo Direct was just like 8 new amiibos and 250cc in
Dude,
Mario Kart?
I would be laughing my ass off.
I would be done. That would be the nail.
Like if they
in the-
actually announced
Funniest
Metroid
thing.
Italy mission.
No, they have this big hype they're like, oh, we have one more thing to show you, and it's like zoom in and you see like Samus, and then it like the light, it's like really dark, you can't really tell what's going on, and the lights come up and it's a Samus amiibo.
Oh man.
God. That would actually.
I would actually shit my pants in rage. I don't. Is that impossible?
That would be
Rage? Yeah,
so
In rage.
funny. And you can use this new amiibo to play as Metroid in the new Mario Kart 250cc.
Play
you,
as
thought,
Metroid.
you thought 150 was fast? We gave you 200. Now try 250cc, a slightly faster Mario Kart.
Why can't
Only
Metroid-
$40.99.
We should.
$40.99.
$40.99. That's really.
They wanted to
specific.
eke out that extra $1 out of you. That's the main thing.
To be fair, the 200cc was for free, so.
Yeah, but also like.
No, I'm just saying before. I was just trying to save
Mario
you.
Kart.
I was just trying to save you a couple of comments. Is all.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what people said when I made fun of that on Twitter, and it was like. But you seem to be missing the point here. The big reveal was a slightly faster Mario Kart. Like, come on now.
I really have enjoyed the E3 press release, like, leaked list generator that I've seen for Nintendo going around.
I saw that, yeah.
It's created these really hilarious things, and some of them, like, you really might think they're real. Like, what if they make, like, Nintendo Sweep Adventure, and it's just, like, a game about sweeping floors or something? Like, Nintendo could do that. And that could be their big reveal.
Thing, yeah.
But see, because there's always that one game at a Nintendo Direct or at a Nintendo E3 where you're like, all right, Nintendo, I don't know what this is. I'm going to give you this one. This is some puzzle stuff. I don't know. This is matching Bejeweled. Okay, you have this one. Let's move on. I'll give you a couple minutes. It's just Nintendo. It's Nintendo.
They make such a big deal about whatever that weird thing is, though. They're so excited to show you the thing that isn't really a big deal at all.
And then there's like, here's this super anime game where the title's literally too long for me to get it right in the first
It's always
try.
A Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, well,
every time.
And now announcing Metroid's Yahoo Yarn.
Dude, if they do Metroid in some weird-ass material, I fucking quit.
I mean, you'd still probably... Like, if they did a 2D Metroid, but it was in, like, Yarn, you'd still be happy, though, I think.
You know, in Pokemon, when Team Rocket blasts off into the space, like, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna explode into the sun, and the sun will collapse.
Oh my god. Oh, Metroid, Other M2. Oh god. I couldn't even finish that sentence.
Metroid Other Material.
Other...
Mario vs. Sonic at the Olympic Games 2.
That's actually real, Rob? They announced that last... I'm not even joking.
Are you
that's
fucking kidding me?
No, they're doing that because Brazil's Olympics is next year.
What
so
if they do a
preemptively, I'm
Metroid
warning
game?
you.
What if they do a Metroid game that focuses primarily on your interactions with Adam in the bottle ship?
Well, you always have Mario versus Sonic. What would Metroid versus be for Metroid's new sport game that's coming out?
Metroid versus Captain Falcon.
Metroid versus Metal Mario.
Golf.
Versus Metal Sonic.
Metroid versus Captain Falcon Golf. That's it.
That's Super Golf, actually. Power Golf.
Super Golf. Power.
Metroid versus Kirby's All-Stars. And Sonic at the Olympic racing.
I can't believe that I made a meme joke Mario versus Sonic 2 at the Olympic Games
says a lot.
and it actually happened.
Well, I think they actually announced it at their... They did a mini direct, so it was literally their mini announcement, so you take that with what you will.
Great.
Have they announced a new 3DS yet? I feel like long overdue.
They might show whatever Nintendo NX is.
They will show that.
Nintendo New XDS.
The NX is going to be the big reveal this year.
Oh, that would make me so sad.
What if the NX is the Nintendo XS and it's the Nintendo 10
Extra
screen?
small.
No, 10 screen. So it's like the DS, but instead of 2 screens, they were like, you thought 2 screens was a lot. Try 5 times as many.
I thought we've done the XL, now we're gonna do XS and go really big to really small.
At the Nintendo Watch.
It's just a really confusing this lineup, but it's not just 10 screens all on one device. You have like 2 screens that you line up with each other to look at the other 8 screens.
It's like an array that you have to put on your body.
You look through them, and then you can aim one and move the other, and that's your movement. So there's no control sticks. You have 2 screens that move.
And there's sticky screens. You put one at work and you leave one at home, and then you put one in your car. Right? And so everywhere you go, you can have a part of your Nintendo accoutrement with you.
You know what? Actually, I just thought about this. What the Nintendo NX could possibly be, legitimately,
a virtual reality set.
Well, no, it could be that, yeah. But it could be like a way to play your 3DS games on the Wii U.
Oh,
because I mean they have the second screen already, right? So I mean it sort of makes sense.
People are saying that it might be a phone, which I would just laugh at.
That's a weird one if it's that.
That would be ridiculous if they did a phone. I mean, I guess they. I mean, a lot of times the bottleneck for a lot of these companies that have been trying to break into the phone industry has been hardware, right? Because like their things, like they can make software, but they don't have hardware capabilities. But like at Steam, right? Like the way that they did Steam machines is they just made it so that any company can make their own proprietary Steam machine.
Jesus Christ, this is why they haven't released anything on iOS all this time, because they're making their own phone and they're going to make it proprietary.
I mean, they have the hardware manufacturing capability to actually make a phone and compete if they wanted to. But I don't know if
I don't want to live in that world.
Did I just crush any hopes and dreams of anything good coming out of this?
I mean,
this E3 is going to be the worst.
Although, now
see,
imagine.
I'm kidding.
They can do that though, like They can do that as long as we get fucking Metroid and everything else. They can do that shit. I don't care.
You know what I'll say though, like for real, if they do, I don't think they will make a phone. But if they do make a phone, I actually don't think it would be the worst thing, because like why is handheld gaming gone out of fashion? Like mainly.
It hasn't for Nintendo.
I know it kind of hasn't for Nintendo, but I mean, but it's still, the trend is going in that direction. More kids are playing on iOS than they're playing on, you know, a 3DS.
Fucking Crossy Road. It's just fucking Frogger. Get over it.
But like, so,
Jesus Christ, I hate that game.
But
sorry.
So if Nintendo makes a phone that plays Nintendo like first-party titles, and it's also a phone, then it kind of saves you some trouble, doesn't it? I mean, I would like to play a lot of the handheld games, but I mean, I don't really need a handheld. I don't really want a handheld. It's like it doesn't do enough things for me to really warrant getting it. I don't really, you know, I don't go to school anymore. I'm not on a train or a bus that I'm going to be playing those games on, you know?
Yeah, I still just don't see the drive of mobile gaming. It's just like, even in those situations where you're traveling, or maybe you're on a bus or something, you're only on a bus or a train maybe for like an hour max or something in a lot of situations, maybe on average.
Yeah. And
to play like an actual game, that an hour is just, to me, I don't like to sit and play one game for just an hour. I like to sit and spend a few.
Except for the Binding of Isaac.
Well, I don't want to play Isaac anymore, but
you will when Afterbirth comes out.
I know, and I'll get all the achievements. I'll never play it again. But I just, if they do release a phone again, I'm not gonna care. I already have a phone. I don't play games on my phone. I play Hearthstone on my phone. That's it.
Yeah.
But
you can play Hearthstone on your phone?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow, that's crazy. How do you see things?
It's a little wonky, but it works. They've got a good setup. Yeah.
In the on the Kindle version of Hearthstone, I actually really like the Kindle version of Hearthstone. But because it's just the game. Like it's the same thing that you get on.
Yeah, no, the mobile version is the same. It's just that because it's on a mobile, it's kind of janky when you're playing the game. You got to like zoom in to look at your cards. It's a little wonky.
So they have extra. Okay.
Yeah, it
that's
works.
What I was,
though.
That's
it
what I was
works.
wondering. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying before we went off on
you don't play things on your phone.
Oh yeah. So again, like if Nintendo does do that,
this is what I'm thinking though. Like Nintendo knows handhelds, right?
I mean, I don't want to finish my sentence anyway.
He's literally in the middle of his sentence.
Well, yeah, but you basically finished your thought.
Yeah, I guess. It's...
All right, fine. Say whatever you were saying.
I was very close. I was gonna say that if they do the phone thing, I won't care as long as they have games on the Wii U and they don't just abandon and just talk all about their new phone or whatever their new console is. As long as they keep, because I have a Wii U here, I want some more games for it, Nintendo. Please.
How are we gonna get amiibos on our phones?
Stop.
But okay. Now imagine Nintendo knows.
You said "but" 3 times.
Nintendo knows handhelds, right? I mean they
do.
They're the pioneers of handheld video gaming, and on top of that, they have like cornered that market since they pioneered the whole concept of it in the first place, right?
And yet I play my Vita more than my 3DS.
Well, but So Nintendo knows
Weird.
handhelds, right? Now, if they make a phone, I don't think they would. If in this fantasy world in which Nintendo makes a phone, I don't think Nintendo will focus on touch controls like the rest of like iOS type things do. They'll have a touch screen, I'm sure, but I would imagine that they have like you know how phones have that little keypad that you pull out. Some of them, you know that they
Yeah, like that PlayStation one that failed.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's Nintendo, so I mean, it has like fan power more than
Yeah.
more than a PlayStation.
Can you
thing
play
does.
Minecraft on it?
Probably, yeah.
We'll see.
Well, actually, no, probably not now that Microsoft owns it.
See, that's,
Yeah.
You
that's
play Lego Worlds on it?
Well, maybe it still does.
I play
'cause,
Lego Worlds.
See,
It's not
I would
bad.
imagine. Well, no. So now here's another like wrench in my plan of fantasy Nintendo phone is if they were smart, Nintendo would also allow for their phone to have the App Store and the Android marketplace and all that stuff on there, right? But then
If they were smart, yeah.
right, exactly. That's the key thing.
But they're
Because
Nintendo, so
isn't
they won't.
smart. They're Nintendo, so they're going to. If they did that, they wouldn't have those stores.
You're gonna get like 5 Super Nintendo games and maybe an N64
In
game.
2
That's-
years.
That's your
yeah,
market,
right.
yeah.
And then they will because they care so much about like making sure whatever indie game they put on their platform is gonna be like super tested and fucking whatever. So you're not gonna have Flappy
Yeah,
Bird on
fuck
it.
testing video games. We hate that.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
Give
if
us
you look
your
at
broken, you're tired, your
if-
shitty apps.
If you look at the Wii U store, like the indie game selection is pretty limited, especially if you're trying to find something that is particularly popular or.
I don't think
I
that's because they spend their time
Yes.
testing it. I think they just don't care.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
maybe.
I don't have a Wii U to play indie games.
Yeah. No, I mean that's true too, but I mean you do have but the phone is for that, so I mean.
I have a computer. For
So
indie
let's
games.
flash back to reality where Nintendo isn't going to release a phone,
Right.
and they're going to release another console that isn't the Wii U.
Maybe.
Does that mean it is a console like the GameCube where we use a traditional controller? Have we finally washed our hands of all of this business and it's going to coexist with the prior iteration?
I would love for that, but I just don't see it. I don't
Yeah.
see Nintendo going away. They're so focused. Like
Here.
even from hearing about the new Star Fox, like
Yeah.
they want this motion control shit.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
knowing Nintendo, no. However, I will say, if Nintendo was smart, and take from that what you will again, if they were to release a new console,
Here's a thing they won't do. Say it.
Yeah. If they were to release a new console so soon after the Wii U, which I mean I think is just a completely unsound business strategy, unless it's a handheld or something. I don't know.
They did it with the 3DS. Why can't they do it with consoles?
Well, they didn't. I mean, they did the new 3DS, but I mean,
Yeah, that's a new iteration of that hardware.
But
It's got
it's not really a new.
it separates the
console.
games you can play on it.
Okay, but then how many of those exist yet? And how
I don't
many
know,
of
like
those
3
are
or 4.
going to exist? Yeah, and how many existed with the DSi or whatever whatever the
There were
DS
like
one-
hardly any at all. for
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So I mean, it could very well be the case for the, because I mean, it's hard to sell that to a game developer to be like, yeah, we're gonna cut out 90% of the audience because we're gonna make this game for only the new 3DS owners.
Rebirth
So, I mean,
is only for new 3DS.
Yeah, but that's probably because the original 3DS straight up just couldn't run it.
I know that's why it is.
Yeah.
But what does that say about the aging hardware of the 3DS?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be. Well, it could be a new handheld, but the thing about the Wii U though is that I don't think it's had enough time to recover its initial investment cost. Because when you release a console, it takes like 3 years before you start making any kind of.
I'm not saying
revenue
it
at all.
replaces it. They could just
A
be
new-
releasing another SKU next to it. They could say this is not the Wii U and this is a different type of console.
What would you release on that type of a console?
Games that don't require motion. Look, this is just my dream idea. I'm not saying reality is ever going to set in.
Well, what I'm saying is, if they did decide to make another console that's going to be plugged into your television like the Wii U is, then the smart thing to do would be to make it cheap. Like, to build it cheap and to make
Right.
it cheap so that it returns on investment quicker. Because if you're already accepting that the Wii U was a failure by making a new console, then you probably need to turn a profit quicker than the Wii U did. And
Unless somehow the 3DS has powered them through all of that and they don't care.
that's possible too, yeah. But you know, I don't know how much cost they've eaten on the Wii U yet. Like, has it started making revenue yet? It might have. It might have just started making revenue.
Dude, that's why I don't understand why they would abandon. I can't think that they're making a new console to replace the Wii U.
Well, so what is the NX then? The only other option is the VR headset.
Could be VR, yeah.
I don't know. I'm completely stumped on what it could be.
And what do they do with a VR headset that's going to make us all want to buy it?
I don't know. Motion controls. You can sit in the cockpit of Star Fox and aim with your eyes.
I'm going to start making the Tina sound from Bob's Burgers in a second.
I'm going to say I don't think... I don't know, man. I don't think that it's going to be any of the things that we've said. I don't think it's going to be a phone.
That's the thing.
I've
suggested things. I don't fucking know. It's just so weird, right? Because I really feel like the Wii U could still be brought back. I feel like if they just get some fucking games for the damn thing, people want to buy it. I mean, I wanted to buy it because I wanted to try the new Mario 3D Land, and it was good, and I liked it. I wanted it for Smash, and Smash was good. I liked it, but since then, it's like, all right, give me some fucking more games. I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
It's just always been a trickle. It's never been, look, there's like 10 things on the horizon. It's always been, this year you get 2, and next year you get 2.
Right, and I feel like if this every E3 it's like this, but again, we're hearing the same fucking pattern. If they just came out with, like, I'd say 3, we get Star Fox, Metroid, and maybe one other, and.
I also want to say, I know the comments are coming where it's never been actually 2. There's always been third-party support. It's just never been the deluge of games that you would expect from a console.
And on top of that, like, let's all be totally honest with ourselves here before you start typing enter after that comment. Consider this. How many of you bought a Wii U so that you could play third-party games?
Bayonetta 2.
Any of them? Anybody?
I did.
I mean, I guess Bayonetta 2 and X. Okay, so those are the only 2. Great. You compare that to the Xbox or the PS4 that has like 100 a year third-party games. So I mean, no one is buying the Nintendo console, and frankly, Bayonetta, you could barely even argue that one, since that one and X at the same time as well, because those are exclusives. So I mean, you're buying them, even though they're technically third party, they're basically Nintendo published. So I mean, all I'm saying is, people who have a Wii U, oh god, my Skype is fucking up. People who have a Wii U want to play Nintendo games, and Nintendo first party titles just simply don't come out that often.
So we'll see. We have a week from yesterday, a week from today.
Hey, I gotta ask another question. I hope we don't drag this on for too long, but what the hell is Microsoft gonna do this year? For real though, like, what is happening?
Who cares?
New Halo, whatever, fucking
Halo 5 is...
They've got to really make a big fuss this year for us to care. Because
I already
Xbox One is so far in the dumpster for me that I'm probably just never going to buy it.
I don't care. I don't care about the Xbox at all. Like,
I know you don't, but they need to make you care. So how are they going to do that?
That's the thing. Like, they had their chance with, like, I was totally going to buy an Xbox for the Halo collection, and they fucked that up royally.
Yeah,
so
really did.
They lost me. I don't have any reason to get an Xbox One. I don't know what they could do. I don't know. Microsoft to me is like more of a joke at this point. Like,
yeah.
And I loved the 360. I was the 360 fanboy. I never had a PS3. I was all 360, and then Sony just continued to do work, and Microsoft buy a Kinect, motion controls, suck our dick.
Frankly, I don't want a PS4 either. Although they have some pretty nice exclusives. So I mean,
just wanted to play Bloodborne and 2 other games that have vanished into the ether.
I'm not super impressed still with the PS4. I mean, yeah, Bloodborne was cool. Little Big Planet sucked ass, though, and that really disappointed me a lot.
Yeah.
And until the new Uncharted comes out, what else do I really have to look forward to on PS4?
I was kind of prepared to only be playing Bloodborne on the PS4, but to me it was worth it. I wanted to play that game.
I bet you they announced a new God of War at the PS4.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
But see,
that's happening.
I had like the safety net where when did their Gamescom presentation, Sony said, "Okay, we have these two new games, Rhyme and Wild, coming out, and they both look
Yeah.
really fucking cool." And I haven't seen an image from those games since.
I've been
And that
following
was
Rhyme on Twitter, and I keep tweeting them like, "Hey, can you hook me up when you got something to show? Because I really want to play your game."
yeah.
And they tweeted me back. They're like, "Yeah, we'll work something out."
Huh.
So
Well,
Rhyme's
you know, when
What's
you
Rhyme
positive.
about? Which one's that?
it was the little kid on the island, looked
It
like
looks
Wind
like
Waker.
Wind Waker-ish, but like exploration.
Oh
heavy.
yeah. Yeah, no,
It
that
looked
does look
really
good.
cool.
Yeah.
And fucking nothing. Wild 2 was the
My
one that was supposed to be like this big exploration game.
They didn't say it was coming out this year. It was just in the works.
No, I was like expecting it. I mean, it's been a year since we've even seen those trailers,
Yeah.
and nothing.
But here's the thing: what has Microsoft ever had? They've only as far as first party, they've just got
Gears of
Halo.
War, Halo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could announce a new Gears of War, but Epic has been doing Fortnite, which recently has come out of the pit of everlasting darkness and has shown that it's still being developed. So I mean, that's probably the main thing they're gonna lead with is Fortnite. Although it's weird too, because Fortnite, when it was first announced, was sort of explained as a sort of like a Minecraft alternative kind of thing, where it was originally like pitched as, hey, this is Minecraft except made by like real game developers.
Whoa.
And then but now they bought Minecraft, so it's like I don't think they want to compete in that space. So they must have
Do
completely
you think they
changed.
show Minecraft 2?
Yeah. That
It'll
would
be if they do anything, it'll be some weird spin-off side thing.
If they show Minecraft 2, they just win at the world. Like
You're not wrong.
They
Like, they would just win.
Everyone will flip their shit, and they will make a bajillion dollars. So
Even if it
YouTube channels
sucks-
will double that day.
yeah. So I mean, if they show that, then yeah. But I don't.
That is like a free get out of jail card right there. Is
Yeah,
the
they
Minecraft.
They can just save that forever. Like
They'd be
whenever
like,
they
we
need-
made Minecraft look HDer, even though
Yeah.
you've had mods that have done that for years. But we've done it for $5.
If they could figure out a way to position Minecraft as a console exclusive, that would be the stupidest shit of all time. And they probably will try.
That if they make Minecraft 2, I don't doubt that Microsoft would try to pull some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that
Dude,
at
could
all.
you imagine the shitstorm?
Oh,
There's nothing about Minecraft that should be on a console exclusively. Like, you put up with it if you want to play it on a console, but it just doesn't feel as, intuitive that way.
well, I
And,
mean,
and
part
it's
of
a game about the mods. It's all about the mods.
Well. Also, though, we do have to keep in mind that a lot of the audience of Minecraft was introduced to it through Xbox Live.
Were they really?
Yes.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think of that big a chunk.
Oh,
was
dude,
it?
it's actually massive. Like, no, for real. Like,
Why?
Didn't the game sell like 30 million copies before it even came to the Xbox?
I thought it was because it had so much clout on PC that everyone picked it up everywhere else.
well, that's
Yeah.
true as well. Yes, but the part of the thing is, some kids were just introduced to Minecraft through their Xbox. A lot of kids don't have gaming PCs. They don't know how to PC game anymore.
And a lot of 8-year-olds can make a Hamachi server. I don't know.
Well, that's true too. But I'm saying like non-traditional like nerdy kids will found Minecraft through Xbox Live.
All right.
For real, I mean I know through anecdotal evidence from people that
Don't bring
spoken
Dota into
to.
this.
yeah, but
Anecdota.
then also I mean it sold a fuck ton on the Xbox Live as well.
Yeah, they ported it really well. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say that the world limit was shitballs. They did fix that finally, I think, like a few months ago. But for it being originally a PC game, it controlled relatively well
Yeah.
with the controller.
So, but I mean, again, like I highly doubt that. I mean, especially since they're going to be showing Fortnite at E3, they're not going to try to compete with their own game by
Right.
announcing a Minecraft
Well.
2. But
It's a new IP then.
at the same time, well, see, I don't know. Xbox doesn't Microsoft doesn't really make new IPs that often. Like, how many
Nobody
new
makes new
IPs have
IPs.
they had since
I don't know. Maybe it's time for them to do that now.
Well, it's possible, but what the fuck are they gonna make? They're gonna make, oh, you know, you've seen Halo, you've seen the Halo killer Killzone. Now see, Hail Kill, Kill Hail.
Kill Hell.
You play as Nathan Hale Kill.
Nathan Hail Kill. He's gonna kill all the Hales in the Kill land.
Nathan Fillion stars as Nathan Kill.
Kill
they're not
Hale.
gonna make anything particularly creative or interesting. It's not like that's not Microsoft's MO. They're just gonna, like, if they make anything, they're gonna make like a first-person shooter.
They're gonna
It's
make
like,
Connect
oh,
2.
Great.
What happened to they had that whole creative lab you were going to use your Kinect for, and you could make games in it, and it was going to be the next
Project
generation. Yeah, did the spark go out, or what happened with that?
Actually, no. That's still been. Yeah, they do Twitch streams every now and again. Actually,
Sweet.
it actually looks pretty cool.
I have no like ill will towards Project Spark, but the way that they like bait and switched with Conquer, I can't forgive them for that.
Oh yeah, the end result of that commercial was them saying you can make your own Conquer game, right?
Yeah, it was basically, we know that
basically,
we've owned
fuck
the
you,
Conquer
Conquer
IP for years now, and we haven't released anything for it, but now you can do the work for us.
But we hoard out the property anyway.
Yeah.
At least we have Ukulele now. That's a positive.
What if Nintendo announced like a Donkey Kong 3D platformer?
I don't know.
It kind of seems like they should, but
They haven't had one since Donkey Kong 64, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Never really thought 64 was that good, though.
I really liked it, but no, it wasn't that good.
It wasn't good, but I liked it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Donkey Kong 64 wasn't. It was all right. Like it was.
Basically
It was
the same as Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, it was palatable, but it's not like an amazing game. That said, I love it, and you know, so.
Here's a weird thing for you to contemplate. What if they made a sequel to Mario 64?
I would jizz everywhere, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
That would actually do the trick, I think.
But they're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do
We're going back into Fantasyland, man. We spent a lot of time there. Sometimes I want to go again.
Well, I mean, they could make a new Galaxy-type game.
I'd rather they just went back to Earth.
Me too.
Or whatever. Like, just not so much
I want them to get
space.
farther away from the select level that we've been getting so close to with Mario. Like, it takes the magic out of it for me when you go and pick a stage and play the stage. Like,
Does it?
I don't like that. I mean, it was
still
done...
like that, but
Did
I mean,
Galaxy
they've
not
done
do that
so
also?
many of those.
No, yeah, no, I don't like it in Galaxy either. Like, like I like a more, I guess, concise hub world. I don't want the hub world to be a map. Like, that's how they seem to want to do it now. Is that it's just a map and you go into different stages that have no like cohesion. In Mario 64, even though the levels were all different, you were still in this big mansion, and there was some. It's hard to explain. There was some magic
Wait,
to it.
so you're actually defending Mario 64?
Yeah, no.
Oh, because it has the same mechanics, so I thought you weren't.
Yeah, it is the same mechanic, but I just feel like the newer games are much more lazy. Like it's literally like you're on a map and you go like Super Mario World.
Exploring a castle, and little by little it unfolds. It's almost like a pseudo Metroidvania, even though you don't really get any new powers.
Yeah. Well, you
it's
kind of
subtle, but I think a pretty big thing about Mario games.
Wait, what do you get?
Well, they have the unique power ups that are per level kind of thing. So I mean,
They're per level. It's not like you find them and unlock them, though.
yeah.
It's not like there's POW blocks that change the routes or something.
Right, but still, I mean, you still kind of get them. But I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, no, I would like a Mario 64 like thing too. I would love to go back because I mean, it seems like every console they've taken Mario into a different world kind of thing. Like Mario 64 was like, that a natural evolution into a 3D platformer, and then they did for the GameCube Mario Sunshine, which was like a kind of new IP, a new way to play a Mario 3D platformer, which people have a lot of nostalgia for, which was weird because I remember when it first came out, everyone fucking hated it. And then on the Wii they made Mario Galaxy. So I mean, really, Nintendo is kind of primed to make whatever the Wii U's Mario thing is gonna be, right? Like,
well, I
want to strip away some more gimmicks because, like, I don't really think anti-gravity is that cool this time. Like, we've done it. Let's just go back to normal.
Yeah, I agree.
Start from scratch again.
I mean, honestly, like Mario 64, in my opinion,
Better than all of those other ones.
Controlling Mario in that game feels so good. Like, today, like, even today, it just feels right. Like, I don't think there has been... I know people still have a lot of, for, like, you know, Banjo-Kazooie and stuff and all that. I think the control scheme in Mario 64... just, it feels like it's so precise and tight, and it feels good to jump around, and there are like little nuances to the controls that allow you to do different things that you explore on your own too, and I think that hasn't been replicated in anything
Can't you
else.
not do that on the tablet though? Isn't it not precise enough?
Well, I mean, if you're using only the touch controls, yeah, I'd imagine. But I mean, I think it should work comparably.
I mean,
with
I
the
guess
sticks.
all I just mean is like the width of it feels kind of clunky to me. So trying to do precise movements, like with your hands so far, I don't know. Maybe that's not even a thing.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sure you could use the Pro Controller though.
Yeah, you could probably use.
You could use a Pro Controller. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, but although let's be honest here. If Nintendo makes a new Mario type game in the vein of what we've seen,
new Mario Bros. Wii U 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be using the gamepad screen. That's just Nintendo. That's what they're gonna do.
Can we just have the map with the red coins on it there, please?
That would be nice.
You just turn it off.
Now, I would really like a really well, like a fine-tuned, pretty Mario game. For the Wii U, that would be nice. I would be into that.
Call it Mario 65. I don't care.
Mario. Well, I mean, so
there
like,
may be 65 Mario games at this point.
there are a lot, yeah. Yeah.
Somebody count up how many Mario games there are, please, and tell us in the comments, because I want to know the sum total of all of them, including the ones that go outside of the norm. So, like Mario Tennis, derivative titles where Mario just makes a cameo but isn't necessarily the whole game. You know,
well, Mario's missing.
Mario in Time.
You would have to really define that list, because Mario makes cameos in lots of things that. Because like if you were applying all the things that Mario makes a cameo in, then you'd have to include Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time as well.
All right, never mind. Take that part away.
Yeah. So like you'd have you can control Mario.
I wasn't thinking.
Way. Yeah.
Yeah, not like in Picross when you can make a little X version of Mario on a 2D screen. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Or like an alleyway and beat up his shit with a paddle.
There's so many. I just looked up the list.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's actually
so there's probably more than 65.
Mario's been in a lot of things, yeah. He's, You know what would be actually pretty cool? I wouldn't mind if they announced this, either. If it took up a slot, is if they made Super Mario Strikers 2. That's a game that didn't get a lot of traction on the GameCube, but I've gone back and played it. It's really fun. Like, Mario Strikers is actually really fun. I don't know if you guys ever played it. It's like
Not that interested. I'd rather have Mega Man Soccer 2.
It's well, hey, there's also Mighty Number 9 is coming out soon.
Who cares?
Are you? I'm super pumped for that.
I really like how deflated people get when I say that. I'm fucking around. It's probably fine.
I'm not like super into the art style, frankly. Like I really would have wished they went back to like a pixel art thing, but also people are generally pretty tired of pixel art right now. Although
fuck them.
I completely disagree. I still think pixel art looks great. And
look at the new Castlevania concept art. That looks incredible.
Oh really? I didn't hear about that. Oh, the one that the Castlevania creator is making. That one?
Yeah, it's not actually Castlevania, but
yeah. No, that looks good too. Yeah. Yeah. Did that get funded? I assume it got funded.
It got funded like 10 times over, and now he's just adding like more characters and co-op and multiplayer shit. So, yeah, that's looking good, but it's like 2 years out.
Yeah. Old game companies are getting second chances now through crowdfunding. Yeah, you have that. You have Ukulele, which I'm super excited for.
How many chances is Konami getting these days? A lot of chances, or like not as many chances? What do you think?
Is that Metal Gear Solid? That's Sony exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're yeah, really. Like, what the fuck is Xbox gonna do? Because like right now, it looks like Nintendo is looking like they're gonna be the ones who steal the show on this one.
Always looks that way, though.
It does always look that way, but it's time. It's time for Nintendo to step up
It's
to the
always
plate.
fucking time,
Yeah,
Rob.
I know.
You get
maybe it's
amiibos.
the,
You get amiibos.
You know, maybe
You get
this is the
amiibos.
Sonic cycle or the Nintendo cycle.
It
you know,
is.
where it's like, oh, okay, this E3, this is the year where Nintendo is Nintendo again. But I don't know. I think this might actually be it. And yeah, I guess that still
Kirby's
makes me
bowling, fucking Sonic made out of mud. We'll see.
Okay, so but either way, if Nintendo doesn't steal the show this year, then it's Sony's game to win, right? I mean, they've already got all the shit lined up for Sony to win, and
Yeah.
then like, but nobody knows what the fuck Xbox has. I don't think Xbox has anything. I mean,
Well, that's
like,
they're at the bottom so far that like if they have anything, they'll impress someone.
yeah, probably. I mean, and then
So
what else do we have? We have like EA, Ubisoft. Ubisoft's gonna show Assassin's ass blah. Like, who cares? And then
You don't even care to say a word.
I don't give a fuck.
Blah, it's just a sound.
That series,
Assassin's blah.
I don't want to say the name because that series used to be like my favorite.
Really don't want to have this conversation anymore. We've had it so many times, Rob.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. That's all I'm saying is that
Okay.
it used to be my favorite, and then they shit all over it. They like shit. They opened up my mouth. They like unhinged my jaw
Okay.
and then diarrheaed down my throat.
Got the idea already.
Yeah.
Said
So, but then they're gonna have the Division, so we're gonna see more of that.
the Joy Division, more like.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have the Home Invader game, which
Climbing in your windows and snatching your people.
yeah. So I mean that
That
looked cool, but then I saw the they did that weekend where they had Lyric
At Bernie's.
play it and stuff. Yeah, and it was really buggy and shitty, and it didn't look that good.
A lot of games are buggy and shitty.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it didn't look that. It's not that it didn't look good because it was buggy and shitty. It was buggy and shitty, and then also didn't look that good. Like, it didn't look that interesting.
Not actually sure I know what even you're talking about, to be honest.
The one where, you know, one team it's like asymmetric multiplayer. One team is holding on to some hostages, and the other team has to breach into the house.
Okay.
I think it's called Breach, I'm pretty sure.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, basically.
Rainbow Six Breach.
It actually is a Tom Clancy game, so yeah.
Oh.
Um,
He died.
he is dead, but they still use his name apparently.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Let him rest, please.
So I mean, they're gonna show that.
New Splinter Cell probably soon, right?
You think so? Maybe.
Well, it's been what, a year since the last one, so What?
It's been like 2 years since Blacklist, I think.
right. So definitely a new Splinter Cell.
Yeah, you're probably right. They probably will show a Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Unless Blacklist did
that's
poorly.
weird.
I don't know if Blacklist did poorly.
I think it did fairly well, actually.
Probably. So I mean, then they
At
have
least
to be
critically.
awards, yeah.
Ryan likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't stop talking about it still. His favorite indie game of 2014.
But yeah, like, what the fuck is Xbox gonna show? I mean, there's gonna be a new Halo.
They're gonna go indie game exclusives, and then it's gonna be like 5 games we thought we were excited for are like we can't play anymore.
Is Jonathan Blow's game ever coming out ever?
No.
Oh yeah, they'll get teasing that for the next 10 E3s.
Do you think that's gonna show up at E3? They're gonna have the Witness.
The Witness needs to.
That's
come
what it
out
was
soon.
called. I literally forgot what it was called. It's been so long.
Look, I'm telling you, that game looks really good.
I'm
I just
sure
want to
it's gonna
fucking
be
play it.
great. I agree. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be great. I just want to play it already. But
What? How long ago is it? How long has it been? Was that like 3 years ago
well,
now?
you know what's funny is I watched Indie Game the movie with Maul because she'd never seen it, and you know, at the end of the movie they're like, you know, and so Ed McMillan recently released The Binding of Isaac, and it had a lot of success, surprisingly, and you know, Fez is still not out yet. And Jonathan Blow is deep in development with The Witness. It's expected to release in like late 2012. Funny joke, late 2012. It's 2015.
I'm not even that mad. I just wish I knew what was going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like the
have
new
they
Fez.
said it? I just tweeted about that. I was like, is this game the new Fez now? Is that
It
what we're
is,
calling
He
it?
hasn't probably said much because he's just doing stuff.
Yeah, he's probably just making it. I mean, hey, you know, take as long as you want with it. I kind of wish I could see more about it, but
It looked really cool.
I just wish they didn't tease it so early, I guess, but, you know, you don't know how long it's going to always take to develop shit.
I mean, yeah, look at Fez. I mean, Fez went through like 3 different, basically entire iterations of the game before it released. You know, in Indie Game the movie, like fucking Phil Fish says, like, yeah, I'm basically releasing Fez 3 because of how many times I've completely tore it apart and then redesigned it.
So if you ever released Fez 2, would that actually be Fez 4?
It'd probably be like Fez 10 by then.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but he's not making Fez 2, remember?
Yeah, I know.
He quit.
Just in case he just comes back, I don't know.
I wonder how well Fez actually ended up doing.
I hope pretty well. It's a good game.
Yeah, it is. It is a very
I
good
hope
game.
Phil Fish is okay. Like,
too.
I don't...
Well,
I haven't heard much
I do
from him
wish
lately.
he's okay. I don't like him very much, though. So.
I think he's misunderstood.
Well,
But also,
he
also goes out of his way to make people upset.
Yeah. And also, he really hates us. So, you know, there is that.
Yeah,
well.
I think he just doesn't understand that part.
Maybe.
That guy made a pretty good game.
He did. He did make.
I would happily discuss the intricacies of YouTube with him, and I think by the end of it we would come out happier as a result. And in case you listen to this, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. I've even tweeted that to you, I believe.
I don't think he watches Let's Plays.
No, I don't think he does, but I'm just saying, like, Olive Branch right here.
Yeah.
I think you're a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Hey man, if they announce Fez 2 Xbox exclusive, actually, would anybody care?
I mean, I wouldn't buy an Xbox One for it.
Yeah.
I would wait until it maybe comes to PC if it does that, and I would happily play it, though. If it
Yeah.
ever comes out a place where I don't have to buy a thing for $300, yeah.
I would buy that as well. I don't know. What do you guys think Xbox is gonna have anything?
No.
They have to, but I don't know what it is.
Gears of War?
That's why it's gonna be fun to watch their presentation, because it's either gonna be a fucking train wreck of nothingness, or it's gonna be a lot of surprises.
Yeah,
and
maybe they got a
interesting
lineup
things.
that we would love to see.
Yeah, no, it's that's why it's gonna be fun.
The 18th Just Dance.
That'll be okay.
Maybe they'll have Bulletstorm 2
That's
exclusive. I really like Bulletstorm. That was
No, I
actually
know,
a
I'm just
legitimate
saying
game.
I don't think that did very well. Bulletstorm.
I think it kind of garnered a niche following over the years after it came out, but yeah, I don't think it did well at launch, unfortunately. Which is sad.
A lot of people bought it just for, like, the beta. What beta came with it? There was a beta.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of Crackdown with Halo.
Oh, what if it's a new Crackdown?
Yeah, actually, it will be a new Crackdown. They've been overdue for that.
Didn't they just announce a new Crackdown?
They've been showing footage on and off for the last year and a half or so of this destructible engine.
There was totally a trailer of Crackdown.
Yeah, there was. Last E3.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But
so,
maybe they've made some progress on it.
Yeah, so new Crackdown then.
Maybe they've made some progress on it.
That would be pretty cool, actually, if it was a new
Funny
Crackdown.
joke. Wait, we know it's a new Crackdown.
Well, okay, right.
There was a trailer for it.
Yeah.
We just talked about
What did
that.
they show in the new Crackdown?
They talked for a while. Then it was the agency guy at the end.
Okay.
I don't think they showed much of anything. But I've seen YouTube videos of like people that worked at that studio showing off how they've got destructible engine stuff going on, and maybe it's time.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but I've been burned on destructible environments so many times in the past that I will never ever put any stock into a destructible environment ever again.
Okay. I like Crackdown.
You guys haven't been burned on destructible environments where they're like fully destructible environment and it's like 4 buildings?
I just try to understand the engine before I get excited, and usually I can figure out why I'm going to be upset, and then I don't feel so bad when the actual thing comes out.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time like interested in the technology behind the game that they build on top of, and I think that way I have much better lower expectations that way.
Yeah.
I recommend everyone do that. Look into your engines, and then you'll know more what you're in for sometimes. Until they like take out half the features. I don't know.
We're in for something at this E3, that's for sure. I'm
This
excited.
is gonna be This is gonna be a good one.
Into the one, man. We've been waiting for it for years now.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one, a bad one, or an indifferent one. It will be one.
I really don't think it can be an indifferent one. I think it's gonna be either a fucking amazing E3 or the worst shit that we've ever seen in our lives.
It's gonna be a lot of disappointment, because we've already got. I already have enough games that are gonna be there that I'm hyped for.
Yeah,
Like
I'm already
Dark
really
Souls,
excited. Star
Fallout,
Fox.
Star Fox. Those are 3 that I am like ready to go on.
Yeah.
And anything else is gonna be bonus. So it's looking pretty good.
Well, what are you gonna get from E3 though? Because if we already know that Dark Souls is happening, anything they show us there is suspect from the beginning.
Right.
So what hype are you gonna garner from that? It only needs to be new announcements.
The hype that I would get from Dark Souls is if Miyazaki is the guy who comes out and announces it and says he's doing it.
I think we know maybe he is already though.
If we get a trailer, I'll be happy. They're saying it's
What
gonna
is
be
a trailer gonna do for us?
I just want to see it.
All
I wanna
new
see
lighting
it.
engine that won't be in the game.
Right,
Who
yeah.
cares? Just fucking don't worry about it all.
Well, the only thing that I want to know from E3 is if Miyazaki's working on it. That's what I want to know. And
Watch Dogs 2 confirmed. Wait, what?
they might
Oh,
show Watch
God.
Dogs too.
I think
actually.
it'll be out there.
Yeah, it's possible. That would be maybe a new Infamous on the PS4.
Yeah, we're probably due for that.
Yeah.
They did that like vampire DLC for the one. It's just kind of weird.
You know, I guess Naughty Dog has to make something by now, right? I mean, they have to have been working
The next
on
Uncharted.
You think so?
No,
Well,
I
they
know
announced
so.
it
There
was
was
at
already a
last
trailer
E3.
last year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Did you just completely forget about last E3?
I don't think I give last E3 was
It
so
wasn't-
disappointing that I
it
just
was nothing. Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck about it. Okay, so new Uncharted. Okay, that's cool.
It's a decent system seller. I've enjoyed Uncharted pretty much every time.
Yeah, Uncharted's a great
I wish
series.
they would tone down on the like rocket men across the world shooting you 100 times part, but like other than that, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I'd be interested if they decide to go in a.
Say a grittier direction with Uncharted.
No,
Say that.
I don't want a grittier direction.
Say grittier though.
I want like a less. I don't know how to explain it.
I want more Nicolas Cage, less Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I want less The Order 1988 or 1888.
1898, 1926, I don't know.
Order
1940, 11,
1969, Summer of Love.
2,506. Oh, hey, this is something that people have suggested. Dishonored. Maybe a new Dishonored.
What do you think your 6969 will be like?
Sexy as hell.
Humanity is still alive. Are we gonna live to 2069?
We could all die tomorrow.
I probably won't. You guys probably will.
I'm not that much younger than you.
54
30,
years? Hey, all of us could do 54 years. That's
54
possible.
years? Yeah, that's doable.
Okay, we'll group back together then. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, in 2069, we'll make a video on uglobal.government and
global dot. Let's make a pact now that in 2069 we will get back together if we're all alive.
We will
and talk over the Magic 2015.
Yes, it'll be Magic 2015. It's official. Like it's unlikely, but on the off chance,
Facebook official.
We will, we'll be broadcasting right to your Apple Vision
Lenses.
Pods.
Vision Pods.
Your nose implant.
Yeah, and you'll be able to smell exactly what we smell like as soon as we
like a bunch of 84-year-old men.
Yeah. You'll enjoy us in your flying car on your way to Elon Musk's hyper castle fortress.
Oh, you'll smell his musk.
Yeah, exactly.
His Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I predict Rob's voice will only get sexier with age, whereas mine will get worse.
It's possible. Could be the opposite.
All right. Well, I mean, anything can happen at E3, so.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe, maybe new Project Milo. Project Milo 2.
I'm gonna say new Project Gotham Racing. I was like, where did you get that shit?
Oh, okay, all of you forever.
Splatoon 8! Can't wait.
I wonder if they're going to show any Arkham Knight at E3.
Or like Arkham Fight Night. I'm tired.
Actually, Fight Night, that would be cool.
Merge it with Batman so you can play as Batman boxing.
Actually, you know what? Xbox Fight Night, that could be one of their things. I could see
It's
that.
an EA thing, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought it was an EA game.
It might be.
I have like 2 of them. You'd think I'd know this.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
It's a good
I like
series.
Fight Night.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I like it too. Fight Night's a
Double
good game.
down on Fight Night. Wouldn't buy a system for it, but if it comes out on PS4, I'd consider it.
Mm-hmm. If it came out on PC, I'd fucking pick it up day one.
Yeah, it won't though.
Yeah,
What about Light Bright?
You want to play Light Bright?
I'm play Light Bright. I own the
Light
Light
Bright,
Bright.
Dude, I see. Here's one that both of you and like 95% of the people watching this video would give 0 shits about. But if they announced Madden for the PC, I would blow chunks out of my dick.
Yeah.
Blow chunks out of
Blow
my
chunks.
dick.
He'd literally vomit
Out of like,
from
what, like
from
I'm
my
urethra.
trying to understand like what
physiology. It breaks for Madden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Condemned 3.
Or 2K announces. Actually, I would probably get an Xbox One or a PS4 if 2K said that they were making a football game.
You think that fucking EA is gonna give that shit up?
Well,
You
they
think-
did. They had to. They can't. They don't have the exclusive license anymore. They're not legally allowed to. They took them to court.
Oh,
It's against the law.
Jack and Daxter 4.
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
I think it's time for that to happen for PS4.
it's
That
possible.
story completely wrapped up though in 3.
Well, reboot or like new direction,
I
something.
want a new Ratchet and Clank, like a new.
They've been pumping them out though. Still,
Yeah, they make a lot of those.
I just stopped caring because there's so many of them. But I really liked Ratchet and Clank. There's just so many of them.
Weren't they all shit? All the new ones though.
I don't know. Ask BizSnap. He plays every one of them.
He does.
Really?
Yeah.
But I would love like fucking what was the sequel called? Ratchet and Clank and then Ratchet and Clank like Fully Loaded or something.
There's Going Commando and
I think it was before that.
they're all with a double entendre. Every single one of them. The big dick down.
Ratchet and Clank, big dick.
Up your arsenal. That was the third.
There you go. Yeah.
Up your arsenal.
Yeah. Up your arse, anal.
How has no one ever noticed that before? Arsenal
that
is
was the-
literally arse anal.
That was the 3 PS2 ones, and then there were like 2 or 3 on PS3.
I played the ones on PS2.
I played
loved them a lot.
one of them on 3.
I never played Ratchet and Clank.
The games were super fun.
Yeah.
It's honestly like an underrated game series. Not a lot of people talk about it, even though it's really good.
New
And it is really
Oswald.
popular too. Is a weird thing. It's like in this weird like land of is popular, but no one
It's-
talks about.
Popular, but like popular subculture. Like it never hit the mainstream for some reason.
Yeah.
Probably because like they're kind of kiddie looking. Like if it was violence, people would probably be all over it.
I'm like secretly like I know it's not, but I'm really secretly hoping that the movie turns out to be a surprise good movie.
Okay,
You're making a movie about it, right?
I don't care.
Are they really?
Yeah,
New
it
Soul
was,
Calibur. That's what we need this year.
That'd be cool.
We haven't had. Well, we had that weird MMO thing or whatever, but I don't know what that is.
Mm.
Sorry, I totally shit on you being excited about the movie.
yeah, I'm just not allowed to have a conversation.
I wonder if E3 is gonna show.
Good timing.
No, but actually, BlizzCon. When's BlizzCon?
Who
It's in
cares?
September, November, right?
Dude,
Are they gonna finally finish releasing StarCraft 2?
Well, yeah, I think there's probably gonna be information about
Like,
StarCraft 2 at
18
BlizzCon.
years after it came out.
Yeah, StarCraft 2. I'm actually really pumped for Legacy of the Void, just because honestly, like I play
Isn't it out
StarCraft for
already?
the story. No, Legacy of the Void. No, not at all. There's
People were like playing it on Twitch
They
and
did
shit.
2 of the
Dude.
3 expansion packs in the last 6 years.
yeah,
That game is dead as dicks.
it is.
Dead
Actually.
as dicks on a doornail.
Yeah, it really is.
Come
actually.
on, Blizzard.
That said, though, like I play StarCraft for the story. So
Read the books.
I have actually.
Oh, okay.
You fucking nerd.
I
I
read the Doom
The
books.
StarCraft story is actually really interesting.
You're-
Although
you're
they
not.
made it a bit melodramatic in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm a bit, but it was still good. Yeah,
Gross.
that too.
Oh, a not shitty Ninja Gaiden reboot.
Yeah,
That was fantastic.
that ain't
Ninja
bad.
Gaiden.
I'm a massive fan of the first Ninja Gaiden, and like a somewhat massive fan of the second one, and the third one I don't like.
Could you say that game one more time for me?
Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Everyone I talk to
Ninja
pronounces it differently
Gaiden.
and gets mad at me for saying it the way I do. I don't care.
It's
I know it wasn't
Gaiden.
mad. You said it right. You just kind of you said the syllables were weirdly pronounced.
Ninja Gaiden.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Collab.
Emphasis. That is a really funny way to say that word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Dragon
enjoyed that.
Quest series.
Yeah.
Remember when Dragon Quest 8 came out for PS2? It was a big deal, and then like they just stopped making it.
I think that might be to do with Akira Toriyama just being like, I don't care.
Oh, all right. Well, at least that one was good.
I mean, you know about the new Dragon Ball series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, making a new Dragon Ball, and Akira Toriyama is going to be the one making it.
I'm gonna be honest. Xenoverse didn't do it for me. Not that this has anything to do with it, but
I would be really excited if they announce a Xenoverse 2.
I don't think I want to play any more of that.
I really like Xenoverse. I think it actually is a pretty good game.
I kind of struggle to see what you saw in it.
Well, it gave you the ability to create your own character in the Dragon Ball Z universe, and it had a shitload of abilities, and they could have made them superficial. This is something that I liked about the game, is because I actually would have still enjoyed my time with the game if they made it all superficial. Because, like, let's be honest, even in the Dragon Ball TV show, the abilities are basically just superficially different. They're all just energy beams that do some damage. They don't really do anything different. There's like a few one-off that do slightly different things, but they mostly are the same. Whereas in Xenoverse, like, there's no two like beam attacks that even do the same thing. They all work slightly differently.
You know, I just realized Naruto is actually like a version of Dragon Ball Z that doesn't have all the same attacks.
Yeah.
I feel like you would like Naruto.
I read a bit back in the day, and I was not into it, personally.
You should watch like 30 episodes of the anime.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Just like 30. There's like hundreds, but just like the first 30.
I don't know.
I think I might watch it again just to see if I still could get into it or not.
I don't really like the characters that much, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That Rock Lee guy's a real asshole.
Rock you.
Naruto was like, he just seemed like a very very vapid Goku.
Nappa.
I'd like to
Nappa
take a
from
nap.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Nappa the Goku.
He's kind of the blank slate character because he's the naive one that you project yourself onto because it's like you going through ninja school, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, he seemed like Goku, except not as interesting.
He's a little bit more like aggressive than Goku.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, though.
I still love Goku as a character.
Every now and then it dawns on me that I named my YouTube channel after an anime character. And I'm like, what? Why did I do that? I mean, I didn't intentionally do that. It just happened because it was my gamer tag on Xbox Live. I was like, hey, that's my name. But it's just real weird.
Fucking I in your name. It's not supposed to be there.
Good thing I decided not to do what my name for 1.6 was when I played Counter-Strike, which was Captain Planet.
Oh.
I would have so much of a different image of you if your name wasn't Alpaca Patrol.
Yeah, I know. It's just Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
You're a hero.
I still really... Here's a general tip, because it still works. I've done it recently, like maybe, 3 or 4 years ago. If you adopt the name Captain Planet and you go into a game that has voice, people will sing the theme song.
I bet they will.
And that's really the whole point. That that was part of the reason that I played under Captain Planet on 1.6, is because I would just go into servers and then I would just get people to talk on voice and sing Captain Planet. It was pretty good.
All right, you play games a little bit for different reasons maybe than I do, but I respect it.
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Yeah. Without the
Gonna
Skype
help him
delay.
put asunder bad guys who like to loot and plunder.
Wow, you know the second verse. That's way beyond my days.
Mm-hmm.
He's a planeteer, and you can be one too, because saving our planet is the thing to do. Looting and polluting is not the way.
This is the DK rap now. Hold on.
To say, the power is yours.
The power is yours.
Except if you get some shit on his chest, then he'll die.
You know, I've made this joke many times before.
Bad hero.
But I will make it again. Captain Planet is like he's the stupidest superhero in the world.
He's vulnerable to the thing he's trying to stop.
Yeah, he's like, my greatest weakness that defeats me if I fucking come within like 5 inches of it is pollution. I wonder what I should fight. Oh, maybe fucking pollution. That's seriously like Superman being like, you know what? I think I'm gonna be a kryptonite miner. I think that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good job for me. Yeah.
He does live on planet Krypton.
Yeah. Or like the Green Lantern, you know, wants to be a taxi cab driver.
Or whatever. Yellow?
Yeah.
What color is he scared of? Yellow?
Yellow, yeah. He wants to be a taxi cab driver.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all yellow.
Mm.
Hello.
Hey, Austin. High five. Terraria 1.3 comes out at the end of the month. Woo!
Dude, I'm actually so fucking excited. I've been literally having to restrain myself because I've wanted to play Terraria so bad this past month. But now that I know that's coming out, I finally have the determination to wait until it comes out.
My YouTube channel gets to be relevant again soon. Woo!
3 weeks, exactly 3 weeks from today.
Yay.
And then Starbound, guys.
Shut the fuck up.
Go away. Call us in 2 years when they've finished it.
Yeah.
Starbound's okay. I'm not really that mad.
I wish it
I'm
was
bad.
It's okay. I mean, I'll play it someday, but not until I've finished everything in Terraria.
Mm.
It's something really cathartic about knowing this is, like, gonna be the last big patch. Although, when the big patch happens, there's gonna be that, like, little patch that fixes all the shit the big patch happens with, and then... I don't know. It's always a little awkward, because you do a bunch of things, and, like, actually, it doesn't work that way anymore the next day. We'll see.
We'll see. Terraria is already fun to play again, so getting to play it again with new stuff is just a bonus.
Finally finishing it, though.
That's gonna be crazy.
The end of Terraria will exist soon.
Until Terraria 2.
Until Terraria Otherworld and Terraria 2.
You think they're gonna announce Terraria 2 at E3?
Isn't it already in development?
Well, yeah, but I mean, they gotta announce like with a trailer and stuff.
Okay.
I'll mount to you.
That's what I said. That's a strange answer to. Do you think they're going to show Terraria 2 at E3? Okay.
I honestly have no idea. I don't really care. Let's figure it out. You and me.
Yeah.
He's our hero.
We've gone on far too long for this video.
Yeah, it was good.
It's supposed to be an hour.
Hour and 22 minutes. There you go. Magic. We're back.
What are
bitches.
we going to talk about next time? We've done all the E3 stuff.
Next time, Magic Origins might be out, right? Like, when is that coming out?
I'm not playing that. When that comes out, I'm just going to quit the series.
Yeah, it's the end. This is the last Magic episode.
This might be the last Magic episode.
No, we have to at least do one more for after E3, so...
Oh, yeah, so we can see what we're right about.
Yeah.
And wrong about.
Yeah. And come to my Twitch channel during E3.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do that thing. I kind of don't want to go to work just so I can do that.
Yeah.
I was going to stream it with Rob, and then I kind of got co-opted into doing it with Roundtable, so I don't know where I'm going to be. Maybe I can do both.
You guys are doing that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well... Tim,
it's a poor place to find out.
There's going to be about 5 people watching my stream.
Sorry.
Rip.
It wasn't my idea.
Thanks for watching Magic episode, buddy.
It's July. Okay, that's when Magic Origins comes out.
Oh, cool. So there's like several more episodes.
Yeah.
Unless we just don't do them.
Yeah,
that too. That's possible.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
See ya.
Thanks for watching. Leave comments.
Subscribe.
This is Alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.
Do subscribe.
Yeah, do that too.